The creme de la creme of Akwa Ibom society and beyond, including the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Don Emmanuel, and his Imo State counterpart, Mr. Emeka Ihedioa, on Friday, October 4, 2019, converged on St. Theresa's Catholic Church, Ibekwe, Ikorobasi local government area, as the greater Okoko family of Ikorobon village, Ikpa Ibekwe clan, bade their 85-year-old matriarch, Sarah Udo Robert Okoko, farewell.
I bless the body of Sarah Okoko with holy water that recalls her baptism, which St. Paul writes, all of us who were baptized in Christ Jesus were baptized into his death. By baptism into his death, we were buried together with him, so that just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, we too might live a new life. For if we have been united with Christ by likeness to his death, so shall we be united with him by likeness to his resurrection.
Through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
The first and second Bible reading were read by granddaughters of the deceased.
For if we were not expecting that those who had fallen would rise again, it would have been superfluous and foolish to pray for the dead. But if he was looking to a splendid reward that is laid up for those that will fall asleep in godliness, it was a holy and pious thought.
Since therefore we are now justified by his blood, much more shall we be saved by him from the wrath of God. For if while we were enemies, we were reconciled to God by the death of his Son, much more now that we are reconciled, shall we be saved by his life.
In his homily on the theme, I desire that they also may be with me where I am, Reverend Father Godwin Idoko said, as Christians, death should be seen as one's return to his or her true home.
Life for each of us is completely unique. But however, when we talk about death as Christians, we believe that it has a different meaning from what the people of the world may look at it, or let me say unbelievers. Because at our baptism we become adopted sons and daughters of God. Our baptism, what will happen to us? We are saying that the planet is no longer our home. Our true home is heaven. With baptism, we join Christ who died and came back to life. And that is our hope. Beloved in Christ, sometimes people don't want you to talk about death. It is real, and it is always coming, even though we can never be used to it. I think the death of our mother today, Sarah, has a message for us that it is true that death will come. And when we gather at a burial like this, for we Catholics, we sing the Hallelujah because of the hope of resurrection. Beloved in Christ, we have sung, the sun will rise and the sun will also set. Therefore, there will be time of departure. Departing from one another will be so painful because it is at the time you are departing that you felt how much you love the person you are leaving. It is obvious, it is normal. And beloved in Christ, it is also true that death is never pleasant at any age. There is no age one would have reached you think that the person will willingly accept death. It's not possible. We want to live. But it is also true that God wants us to live even more than the way we think we want to live. But God wants us to be with Him. Look at that gospel from the Gospel of John chapter 17, from verse 24 to 26. It is the desire of my Father that all that the Father has given to me, none of them should be lost, and they should be where I am. Beloved in Christ, we have gathered also to remind ourselves that one day, the way we are seated, she was sitting like that. And one day we will not be sitting like this, we'll be lying in state also. But the fear is, after here, what next? And what will happen next is what we are here to prepare ourselves for. Beloved in Christ, one, good works. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 30 says, on the last day, our works will be tested by fire. Our works will be examined. All we have done will be tested. And the Bible says, if your work is consumed by fire, there is a problem. But if our work can withstand it, then we have great reward. Glory be to Jesus. I must begin now. There will be no time. Beloved in Christ, is good also that this family should know that Mama is so privileged. For these people to have gathered in their numbers to do what? To pray for her. And in our first reading from Maccabee said, Judas took offering and went down to Jerusalem, a long journey, so that prayers can be offered to those who have gone before us. It is wonderful, and in fact, you may be mourning our absence. The beloved in Christ, is good for us to know that we are privileged. For today, when you lost your beloved one and you are able to bury him or her with human dignity like this, I think it's a wonderful one. Because there are some people, when they die, you don't know. Sometimes they see, it's the animals in the sea that bury them, or the one in the white field.
The only daughter of the deceased, Mrs. Udwak Jerekman, spoke glowingly of her mother.
We are eternally indebted to God. One, we entered a covenant with God on the 6th of December 2017 when our brother was critically ill in the hospital. And it was a thin line between life and death. It was myself and Benjamin Okoko that were there, my immediate. He looked at me and I looked at him. I told him that we have entered the covenant. Wow, and that one thing is that I know God will honor us, that on the day our mother will leave this earth, that the four of us that she bathed biologically will be here to bid her a farewell. So for us today is a covenant fulfilled by God. And we can only appreciate that God for his faithfulness. And I also want to thank God for giving us a wonderful woman in the person of my mother. She's been all and all. She's been a great woman, a teacher, a prayer warrior. A mother that if we could have a second chance in the world to come, we will still want to be her biological children. And also want to thank God that when she left on the 16th of September 2019, I left at about 7 p.m. and by the time I saw her by 7:59, I called her and there was no response. I asked God, Mama, it's just 2 weeks and some days to my birthday. As your one and only last daughter, I had wished you stay and bless me on my own birthday. But here you are lying down now. But in all, I want to thank God that today is my birthday, and today I am committing my own great mother that triumphantly bade me to this world on this day to motherhood. So for us, we share this memorial, and this memory will live with us as far as God can take us to. Adieu, great mother. Thank you everyone for finding time to come and celebrate this great mother of ours with us. May God Almighty bless you all. Thank you for coming.
The family of the deceased, along with their friends and associates, thank God for the life and times of their matriarch. Governor Udom Emmanuel, as well as Governor Emeka Ihedioa, condoled the family.
We are here because of this beloved family of ours. So, on behalf of all of us, we stand here to say that we love all of you, and that's why we are all here. We are all your friends that decided to come on a day like this. You have only one biological mother. Any other one will be either economic mother, or social mother, or spiritual mother. Every single person you see in this place, both inside this church and outside, we all love this family. That's why we're all here. And I don't take that for granted. It is an earnest prayers. You can never, even if you had mama up to 120 years, it wouldn't be enough. Forget it. It wouldn't be enough. I'm talking out of experience. I have a 90-year-old father. If he calls me now that he's not eating, trust me, I'll leave everything, even if it's 9 p.m. I'll land immediately to go and see him. So you'll be wondering, if somebody lost the mother so early, why is you can never be satisfied. And to see the passion that your sister was speaking. Oh, mama could have been there to pray for this birthday. after this birthday, you would have still wished for her to pray for another year's birthday. So don't worry. I want to also thank the church and thank all those who made it down here. This is really a beloved family to all of us. Every single member of this family is our friend. Not even one that you can count out. So I say here that as we observe that you people greatly miss Mama, be rest assured, there's a time in life like this that our parents will leave, also take over and become parents of others. So as Mama left, other mamas are here to take over and also continue with our own work. It's an appointment everybody must do. But the timing of the appointment is what is not in our hands. That belongs completely to God. So I want to say on behalf of all of us that God Almighty will continue to be with you people. Don't worry, whoever is still is part of survival. As far as Mama live above 8, all of you will live above 8. Amen. So we pray that God will keep all of us, grant us long life, and may we also live in health in Jesus' name. Amen.
That we're here to mourn and celebrate with the Okoko family on this auspicious day when their mother, our mother, has left us and is being committed to Mother Earth. Ben is our brother. Ben is our dear friend in whom we are well pleased. That's why all of us have come from near, far near to be here. I have therefore the singular honor and pleasure to say to the Okoko family, take heart. Our time came. Our time will come someday. That is the mission of life. To God be the glory.
Your Excellency, thank you very much.
Speaking on behalf of the clergy, Most Reverend Camilo Sumo condoled the family, even as he thanked the two state executives and other guests for being part of the funeral mass.
I want to thank His Excellency, our own Governor, for always responding to things like this. Your Excellency, we in the church, the Catholic Church, do not also take these things for granted. Just as you have said, you feel very honored whenever you are present. Thank you very much. The family, thank you very much for giving your mother a befitting burial. And I also know that you gave her a befitting living. Do not always desire to give your mother a befitting burial. Give her first and foremost a befitting living. And I want to mention something that gradually is being done, which is not correct. All those who have worked to eat, many of them become sons and daughters of a strange pastor who had nothing to do with this person before. And sometimes people feel pastors, unfortunately, some of us, separate you from your mother and your father, and you become the son of the pastor who you had never known, the mother who sent you to school, who suffered most of the time, poverty and penury, and sent you to school. Suddenly you have what to eat, and your mother becomes a witch. Your pastor becomes a daddy, his wife becomes a mommy. So I'm very, very happy that this did not happen in the case of this woman. Amen. Take care of your mother, take care of your aged father, and all those who are aged around you, because you are also desiring to be aged sometime. So I want to say thank you very much for giving this befitting funeral to your mother. And may God also increase your faith and increase your life, so that what you do for your mother, your children will also do for you. May God bless all of us, good now and forevermore.
A biography of the late Madam Sarah Robert Okoko indicates that she was born on 15th of March 1934 to the family of Chief and Mrs. Sambo Uku. She married the love of her life and longtime friend, Mr. Udor Robert Okoko of the Abasiubo Okoko family. The marriage was blessed with 4 children: Engineer Sien Okoko, Honorable Charlie Okoko, Honorable Benjamin Okoko, and Mrs. Udwag Jerekban. The late Madam Sarah Okoko was a flourishing palm oil merchant, a stenographer, and an auxiliary nurse. The family she's left behind, including her grandchildren, are already pushing to blaze the trail as they seek to leave positive imprints in the sands of time. Before her interment came the final commendation.
Lord, hear our prayer. Welcome our sister to paradise and help us to comfort each other with the assurance of our faith until we all in Christ be with you and with our sister forever. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Her remains were later interred at her family compound in Ikorobel village. We caught up with one of Mama's son, Honorable Charlie Okoko, some granddaughters, and some other relatives who spoke fondly of her.
What her mother is the lesson of hard work. She was the woman who took the challenge of life to make sure she give her all for her children to have a future, which is exactly what it is today. She was honest, sincere, and was always willing to help others. She was a great mom, She did all she did just to make us what we are today, and definitely we don't miss a mother like that.
But there's definitely a vacuum. She was a huge part of our lives, and we miss her terribly. And as the priest said in church, I don't think it mattered how old she would have been when she eventually passed. But I definitely feel like 85 years is too soon to lose her, only being the age that I am. But I thank God for her life, and I thank God that she's now finally resting in peace. My grandma had been living with us for about 7 years, and she was part of my everyday life. I saw her every day going to work. Every day when I came back, she would always pray for me at the end, tell me bye. There's no one to pray for me every day when I'm leaving for work in the morning. I'll miss her prayers. There's no one to shout, "Who is in the house? Come and help me." So I'll miss her. Like, she was part of my daily routine, so it's so difficult seeing her in the ground. But I know she's in a better place, and I know she's watching over us, and I just thank God for the beautiful life she lived, and I hope that we'll always continue to make her proud as her grandchildren, and as the Okoko family will carry her legacy on. I just hope that she rests in perfect peace.
Ma was the mother of the family. As she was caring, we really miss her, but I want to thank God for keeping her with us till the ripe age of 85 years. I wish God would have added another 15 years to make it 100. But we miss her, we miss the fun, we miss everything about her. So make sure you eat. She make sure you don't do anything wrong. She calms you down when you want to get angry. And she was a peacemaker in the family. And I miss her. And I know she's in heaven. And I want to thank God for her life. And the life of the children she has left behind.
Ma used to like beans a lot. And if you go to her house, she will serve you delicious beans. I'm going to miss that delicacy. I'm going to miss Ma a lot. You know, when I go to see her, she teases me and makes me happy and makes me laugh. So at least that fund is no more. I'll miss her for that.
Ma was a kind woman. She always calls me Eyene Kamboso. And I will not see who will call me Eyene Kamboso again. I will miss her.
Yes, I will miss her. She was just a jolly good fellow. She had a nickname for each and every one of us. She was really humorous. Yes, I will really miss her.
Bye.
Bye. Adieu.